This is a safe, guided space for 10 women who are ready to move from surviving to thriving, intentional healing into purpose. So over the 12 weeks, we will talk about healing mindset shifts, processing pain in a healthy way, rebuilding identity after abuse or loss, learning how to trust God again, creating rhythms of self-care, taking care of your mind, your body, your heart, your relationship with God, gaining clarity as you move towards your purpose and God's calling in your life, and learning how to thrive and not just cope. Hello, and welcome back. I'm Letitia Iona, a faith-based woman's life coach, and I teach women how to thrive, not just survive, in the midst of life's challenges. If you are joining me here today, I want to just say thank you. It's not always easy to hear these kinds of messages, especially if you're in a season of difficulty. Or even on the other side, people don't always want to be identified with these topics of abuse emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And they definitely don't want other people to know. I've been in support groups before where women show up for the first day, but they don't come back the next time because it's just too much. It's too much to deal with, especially if they're still in it. But my message in my heart is to give you tools, give you understanding, give you scripture that will encourage you and support you even when you're walking through the hardest challenges in your life. So I want to thank you for showing up. Even if you just watch the video and you don't leave a comment, I'm glad that you're here. So before we jump in, I was just reflecting. I just came from a funeral, and it was someone who I knew of, but I was not close to them. And I was asked last night to come and sing in a trio. Funerals can be very sad, especially if it was unexpected or a devastating death. But I think it's good to go to funerals every once in a while. This is my first funeral in Tennessee. I used to sing at funerals all the time when I was in California, but this is the first one in Tennessee. I think one of the great things about a funeral, besides just celebrating the person's life and also hearing the gospel message, that is just key to a believer's funeral, is to have the gospel shared. But I also think it's great that in that moment of sadness and celebration, there is a time of inner reflection, really thinking about our lives, thinking about our future, thinking about what is most important to us in our life right now, and maybe making a shift. Life is so short. And life is so fragile, and we're all going to pass one day. That's just the truth of life. But at the end of it, it's really about your legacy, the impact that you had on others, what people remember about you. And so it really helped me to think about these videos and how I'm showing up every day to share with you things that I have experienced, things that God has taught me. And I want to continue to have that impact. I want to continue to have that blessing. I hope that it is a blessing to other women. It's important. And as I've said in previous videos, I decided a long time ago that I will not waste my pain. And the pain that I've gone through, I want to share that with others, what I've learned, what God has taught me, and how He continues to bring me to the purpose and the will that He has for my life. So as we're jumping into this video, I want to pose a question. I want you to ask yourself, are you surviving right now? Or are you in a place of thriving but needing support? If this series is speaking to you, if just my intro spoke to you, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe so that you never miss a video, and make sure you share it. You never know if there's a woman who could benefit from this video. So over the last several days, we've talked a lot about what is survival mode, how to get stuck in survival mode, and the steps you can take to stop surviving and start thriving. Now, survival, as I said before, is sometimes necessary. Sometimes we don't even know we're surviving. Surviving is a form of protection. When women are in abuse, emotionally strained relationships and marriages, you learn to cope. You learn to get through each day. You learn to survive. Survive for yourself, survive for your children, your family. But survival was never meant to be the destination. Survival is like a holding place in your life. And at some point, gently and quietly, God will ask you, are you tired of surviving? And are you ready to thrive? Now, going into thriving doesn't mean everything's figured out, doesn't mean you're 100% healed, but thriving is deciding I'm not going to carry this weight by myself anymore. And that's what the past 2 weeks have been about. When you go to ask for help in your thriving, you got to know what you need help with. So you got to look at your pain. You got to deal with it. You got to give it to God. You got to start talking about it and sharing it. So I've been in other women's support groups, specifically for marriage. And what I've learned from those groups is thriving requires support. It requires accountability. It requires truth and grace and tools. And most importantly, a space where you can be honest without any guilt or shame. I think many women, because we're just strong by nature, we just decide, I'm going to do this by myself. I'm going to figure this out by myself. It's my problem. It's my issue. We also tell ourselves, well, it's too big of a burden. I can't put this on somebody else. I can't ask someone to help me. We tell ourselves, I'm ashamed. I don't want anyone to know. And then we tell ourselves, well, nobody's going to understand it anyway. I'm afraid to share with people who just won't get it. But let me tell you, healing and thriving, it's not work that you do by yourself. As I've been sharing these videos on YouTube and shorts on TikTok, I've seen women leave me heart emojis and say things like, I'm tired of surviving, with tears, crying emoji. And that's why I want to share something important with you today. I'm so excited. In February, I will be launching a 12-week program for 10 women called Women Thriving in Purpose. This is a safe, guided space for 10 women who are ready to move from surviving to thriving, intentional healing into purpose. So over the 12 weeks, we will talk about healing mindset shifts, processing pain in a healthy way, rebuilding identity after abuse or loss, learning how to trust God again, creating rhythms of self-care, taking care of your mind, your body, your heart, your relationship with God, gaining clarity as you move towards your purpose and God's calling in your life, and learning how to thrive and not just cope. You don't have to be fully healed to join this group. You just have to be willing. This class is specifically for women who are in or on their way out or on the other side of an emotionally abusive relationship. This class is also for women who are tired of being in survival mode. This class is for women who are tired of cycles and they're ready to break those cycles and move on. This class is for the woman who is on the other side of abuse but still carrying the weight of that relationship, still have wounds that need to be healed. This class is for women who know that God has a calling on their life and maybe they're just not sure how to get there. And this class is for women who want community, who want guidance, and who want structure. Now, I've made this class intentionally small, 10 women, because I believe healing requires care, attention, and safety. So here's my question for you today as I wrap up this video. If you are honest, are you tired of surviving and doing this alone. If God is stirring in your heart right now as you've been watching this video, don't ignore it. Answer the call. You are not weak for needing support. You are not behind, and you are not broken beyond repair. Your healing, it will take courage. It will take bravery, and it will take incredible honesty. But I know that you are here for a reason. In the next few days, I will be sharing more details about the Women Thriving in Purpose class. I will include sign up as well as what to expect. For now, I just want you to sit with this. What would it look like if you stop surviving and start thriving with support? God is not finished with your story yet. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with another woman who you think could benefit from this class. Until tomorrow.